Hi, so today I'm at the Devil's Lake State Park at the group camp parking lot and the lot for the old CCC camp. Here's the statue commemorating that CCC camp. I've got my bike locked up over there by that truck to a light pole, and I'm going to be heading up the CCC access trail where they had access to get to the park. It's up a really steep hill, and I think it has some switchbacks which will help the steepness of it. I've hiked portions of the Devil's Lake segment already. The last video showed the completion of the eastern bifurcation of the Ice Age Trail, which included about 3.5 miles of the Devil's Lake segment. And then a few weeks ago, my daughter and I were here and we hiked around Devil's Lake. And that included both of the bluffs on both sides of the lake and about 4 miles of the Ice Age Trail. And that included some of the features of the trail that everybody wants to see, the balanced rock and Devil's Doorway and such. And we ended up on leaving the Ice Age Trail by the Devil's Doorstep. So that's why I'm going to take this access trail up to that point and finish the hike. I'll be showing some of the pictures from the hike around the lake that my daughter took so that you get some context on what I'm doing here. Kind of thinking about when the CCC camp was here, these volunteers, well, I guess they were paid, but not by the CCC members, had to climb up this trail every day to get to work, and it's about a 250-foot vertical gain, and that was just to get to work, and then they worked all day on the trail. Part of it, I suppose, was building this trail, so it should be fun. Look at the stair work they did here. Pretty nice. Got a little bit of rest on this flat short segment here, but it's back up there, climbing some more. Well, I feel like I'm about halfway up there, and as you can see, it still goes up a ways. But nice rock steps, just keep going. Now we're getting to the fun part here. I guess it just turns here and weaves through these rocks all the way up. All right. Starting to see views now. There's the East Bluff over there. Or is it east or west? I don't know. It's the other side of the lake. Wow. Well, I had to take my windbreaker and my stocking cap off. It's just getting too warm going up here. And this gets real steep here. Well, it goes up faster then. Okay, from here I can see the top of the bluff, and it's still quite a ways up there. Now you can start to see Devil's Lake right there. There are some places you have to watch out because you're over a big fall, and it wouldn't be a pretty landing. Look at all these rocks. Eroded as time went on from up there, I suppose. Well, I got up to the face of the cliff, and Got a little bit of a flat area to catch my breath. Glad I got here when it was 60 degrees and not 75. Okay, almost there. All right, I think I made it to the trail. Let's see. All right, here's the, you are here. It looks like I am on the Ice Age Trail. So this is where I want to eventually go, but I need to go back to Devil's Doorway, since that's where I left off on the day hike before. And then I'll come back. Get a lot of rock climbers on these rocks. There's all their ropes and tie downs, anchors. Yeah. Okay, there's a CCC trail sign. That's where I came from. And this, I believe, is the Ice Age Trail. Looks like it goes that way at this point, so I'll be coming back to here as soon as I get up to where I went down to the Devil's Doorway the last time. Okay, I think I found the place that I came out of the Devil's Doorway last time. So this is the place I turn around and start hiking where I'd been, and then continue to finish the end of the segment, east end of the east end of the Devil's Lake segment. I think I'll just sit here and relax a little bit, and before I turn around, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to show you the pictures that we took when we hiked around the lake. So that will give you some context on how we got to this point. See you in a little bit. Okay, time to get out here and hike the segment I came here to hike. Wow, quite a view from here. I think you can see Wisconsin River from here. That's what we're looking at over there, by Merrimack. So when I was hiking around the lake with my daughter, when we got to back to the balanced rock, we went down to the lake level from there, and it was similar to what it was like coming up from the CCC camp, but it's a lot easier, I think. Even though it's more work, it's easier going up than going down, because going down you're trying to more or less break your fall, whereas going up you're like climbing a ladder. So I'm a little more comfortable with the climbing and the descent. From what I could tell from the elevation profiles, the climb up from the parking lot was about 250 feet vertical gain, and through the rest, it's almost 4 miles of rest of the segment, it's another 371 feet of vertical gain, but I'm guessing it'll be easier because it'll be just in these now and again little ups and downs. This is kind of cool in here. This big rock sticking out. as you walk through the woods along the bluff. At some point I'll be losing my view of the valley, which is okay, I'm making progress. Well, I no sooner said that than here we go, into the woods. That's where I came up, and here's where we're going. Looks like I'm going downhill for a while here, and then back up. This part of the trail is mostly just a gravel access road for rescuing people, I suppose, that fall on the rocks or whatever. Looks for an easy hike. Okay, I made it up that steep hill and got about a little less than 3 miles to go. Probably won't film much if it's this kind of a trail, but if I see something interesting, I'll let you know. I did look ahead and there's a real long downhill, which is fine. So that should be easy. I'll show you the profile. Looks like the trail is narrowing down here. No, maybe not. Just an overgrown part of it. I think I'm probably starting down that big hill now. Well, it looks like we get off of this kind of a road. There's a nice bench to sit on. And back onto trail. Oh, that's good. I like the trail. Looks like it's a little steeper and rootier and rockier, but that's all part of the fun. See what we got up ahead here. Oops. Don't watch my step. Yeah, it looks like a nice trail. Good deal. Very pleasant in here. It's nice and cool still. In the 60s, I think, and slight breeze, plenty of shade, and kind of up along the edge of the hill here. It goes way down over there, so I imagine at some point we'll be going down there because I think the trail crosses the South Shore access road that I came in on with the bike. So I got plenty of rocks here to watch for. Still seeing some big glacial erratics in here. Those are always fun to find. Well, this would be a long uphill slog if you're going the other direction. But fortunately, I'm doing it downhill. Keeps on coming. Oh, that is really a green caterpillar. I'm not sure what kind it is. Maybe somebody else knows. It's about, you see how big it is there? My hand's on the ground. Let's see, it's a good 3 inches long. Glad I didn't step on it. Well, I'm mostly down that hill. It looks like its trail is following a kind of a washout creek gully here. Little change of scenery. Well, it looks like I'm coming to the South Shore access road, and I'll be crossing that, and the trail will continue on. I don't know if there's a parking lot here or not. Looks like I'll be out in the open in the sun now. It's been pretty much shade the whole time on It's part of the trail. Yeah, that's going out into the open prairie. That should be an interesting change. Yeah, this is the road I came in on my electric bike, and I've got it down there at the parking lot. So let's see what this is like. Oh, it's pretty in here. You got the bigger view now. It's not just looking at trees under being, it's not just looking at the canopy of trees you're under. Yeah, you can see the bluff there, and the lake is down quite a ways down that way. Yeah, this is nice. Looks like it's just about a mile left to the parking lot, and all easy elevations, no big hills or anything. And you got some nice shady areas here with young oak trees that are shading the trail. That's pleasant. Getting some pretty good views of the bluff along the trail here, and some pretty wildflowers. And there you can see back where I came from, way up on that those bluffs up there, way over by the lake over there too. Can't see the lake because it's too low, but see the bluffs, and I came down that way there. All right, let's keep going. Well, it looks like I'm coming to the end of today's hike. It was a great hike. I enjoyed getting way up on the bluff there with taking that CCC trail up there. Was a real bonus. It wasn't part of the Ice Age trail, but it was a fun way to get to it. Thanks for coming along. Next time I'm going to do the Merrimack segment, and that should be fun too. Be safe out there, have fun, and keep hiking. Bye now.